Let's see. Whoa, this gives me the... some part of my brain is awakening right now. It's like Photoshop 7, isn't it? Surprisingly enough, it looks the same. Like, yeah, it looks a bit more modern now, but same software. Although to be fair, I will hate on After Effects every day. I kinda like Photoshop. After Effects feels so outdated. Okay, so Photoshop changed over time. Like you can tell that like the concept is the same, but it's like refined. After Effects is like almost the same since like what, CS, the original CS version, which was what, CS 6? Wait, that was After Effects 5. Yeah, this is obviously like this was the last version before After Effects stopped changing. Like obviously this is like not acceptable. If they would keep After Effects the same way it looked back then no one would be using it. But then like they changed it. It feels like the UI, at least they changed it once. It's kind of like when Andrew Kramer started making tutorials. This, he probably used After Effects 5.
Hi, my name's...
There you go. Like, obviously, After Effects is not the same software from this version. This looks like Windows 95. It might actually be, or Windows XP theme. But then, like, after just like a few videos, maybe even here.
I'm gonna add a
There you go.
link.
Since this version, it really feels like After Effects really haven't changed a lot. Like this looks to me, this gives to me the exact same vibes as this. And this is from, what? 2006. It's almost 20 years ago. 20 years, like, okay, not 20 years ago, but like, what? 16 years ago? It's been 16 years and still to like, find the text property, you're like you go through the timeline and you're like this, that, and you have the little like animate menu here, and I'm like, fine, maybe it's good enough, but it's just weird to me that like in 16 years no one stepped in and was like, maybe there's a better way. What if this is not the final form of the software? It looks exactly the same. It's the exact same list. Same animators, same everything. And like, to be fair, you can tell that Adobe, like at some point they developed like a unified theme kind of. So Photoshop now kind of looks like After Effects to a degree. Like kind of like same icon design and like same panel design. But even then there are quite big differences. Like panels in Photoshop, you can like disconnect them, and then like each panel has an icon, so when it's collapsed into this kind of like sidebar, you can like push it away and it's not there, but when you need it you can call it. In After Effects it's like, nope. Anything you need, it might be somewhere in your list of panels, and like you're definitely gonna have to like dedicate a third of your screen for like side panels and such. My point being is that this software is very similar to this one. And not to shame them, they've done a bunch of stuff. There's been a bunch of improvements, but still. Even back then, especially back then, look at his screen. Look at the resolution of his screen. It's like, it's probably like less than like 720p. You can see how cramped everything is. And still, the actions menu, like file, edit, all of those, is an entire row in addition to the window bar. And like, imagine if we could combine these two. Except it's not such a crazy idea because Photoshop did it already. They did it. Like somebody on the Photoshop team was like, screen space is important, right? So let's like try to be as compact as possible. And they combined it. But to this day, 16 years later, no one has what it takes to like combine these two rows. Like look at this like huge white row that has nothing in it. It's like empty. You did it, guys, you did it. You know it's working, you know it's possible. Just merge those two rows. It doesn't take 16 years to do it. I believe in you, Adobe, you can do it. Anyway, let's get back to work.